we're probably going to spoil some of WandaVision. Yeah. So if you haven't watched the last episode, go watch it and then come back.
Just stop right now, because once the floodgates open, shit's being said that you won't be able to unhear. And if you haven't seen it, then it might ruin it for you.
Exactly. What's up, y'all? Welcome to another episode of
We Don't Care, the podcast.
I'm Serena7. This is my lovely co-host, Deazy.
Deazy.
We switched it up. I did it that time.
Get me off there.
You usually do that. See what I did there? We've begun to accept that our podcast is slowly turning into a Marvel appreciation / parenting podcast. So if you like both of those things, you're in luck, because we're probably going to end up talking about being parents at some point, and we're definitely going to talk about WandaVision.
At this rate where we are in the Marvel universe, and where me personally am as an individual, a new fan.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. Because I'm like totally, completely dove into it. You already was into it.
I was into it, but I wasn't like
as invested as you are now.
Yeah. I was here for it, but I was more of the casual Marvel viewer. Yeah. As opposed to how we are now.
Strict. Didn't watch every MCU movie in the last 10 years. Thought about watching the Hulk.
We did think about watching the Hulk.
Didn't do that.
We didn't do that.
Didn't look too good.
No, and it doesn't have Mark Ruffalo.
It doesn't have Mark Ruffalo in it, so it's like...
So why even? Like...
Doesn't really make sense to.
No. Yeah, it doesn't. Or watch the other Spider-Man. I was about to say, we have to catch up on the Spider-Mans.
That we do have to catch up on, because that dropped in between some stuff in there in the universe that we were watching.
Yeah.
And just want to check that out, see what that's like. But WandaVision,
I've watched both Spider-Mans, but I haven't watched them after watching all of the Marvel movies that are on Disney Plus in timeline order.
Right. You'd have a different lens at it now.
Probably, yeah.
Because what we found out that the first Spider-Man with the new kid came right after Civil War. Because that was his entrance into it. Or it's supposed to be after that. And then his second movie, which was The Far From Home, I think?
Far From Home, yeah.
That's post Endgame, so that's where Spider-Man's going after.
Yeah, Far From Home was the second.
After Iron Man dies, because Iron Man was in the first. Tony Stark was in the first one.
In the first Spider-Man.
The first Spider-Man.
Homecoming.
And then
he wasn't in Far From Home, but Happy was in Far From Home.
I'm still not.
From what I remember, it didn't have tons to do with everything, but that's from what I remember before watching
it all
in timeline order, which actually really helps. If you're a Marvel fan and you haven't watched it all in timeline order, I would really recommend doing that, because obviously the movies come out of timeline order, you know what I mean? But watching it in timeline order makes it so much makes it like reading a book, kind of, where it's just every chapter is right after another.
Because it's all chronological.
Piece it together.
And think about what about this? Because in a lot of the most of the post credits, they just lead you into whatever the next thing is, whatever the next movie is about to be. So it's it showed us, I forgot which one was before Ultron, but it showed us the scientists at Hydra talking about release the twins, and then you get to see Quicksilver and Wanda for the first time there, and then now they get introduced into Ultron.
Yeah.
But WandaVision. But before we talk about, should we talk about WandaVision first, or do what we were gonna do with the Marvel movies?
WandaVision.
Let's talk about WandaVision first. But before we get into that, make sure you like, share, subscribe. Smash the notification button down there so
it helps us
get
so
notified
much.
when we release some stuff.
Literally every comment, every like DM, every anything helps so much. It just like encourages us to keep going, and you know, this is really getting smoky. Like, we have a daughter. This is a lot for us to do every week, so we like really appreciate the feedback you guys give us, because because
it's appreciated.
It helps us keep going for sure.
Yeah, this is
it's a thick one.
Smoky. Where are you putting it?
Just over here, so it's not right in my face.
Oh, got you.
Yeah.
So
anyways,
WandaVision, episode 8.
Episode 8.
My gosh, a lot of questions answered.
Yeah. Also, we're probably gonna spoil some of WandaVision, so if you haven't watched the last episode, go watch it and then come back.
Just stop right now, because once the floodgates open, shit's being said that you won't be able to unhear, and if you haven't seen it, then it might ruin it for you.
Exactly.
But
so stop, watch WandaVision, come back here.
I would really suggest watching Ultron.
Yeah.
Civil War, Infinity War, and Endgame. If you haven't started watching WandaVision yet.
Oh, you need to.
If you haven't started watching WandaVision as its own, see, because if you recap our Marvel binge episode where we went crazy on Marvel 2-3 episodes ago.
Yeah, damn.
Was telling you how we got to episode 4 of WandaVision or something, and they mentioned Ultron in there, and it was like, wait, her brother was. And that's what got us to go back and watch everything in timeline order, like from the first Iron Man. Yeah. Do that if you have time.
From Captain America.
Captain
America is where it started.
Oh yeah, from Captain America. Yeah, that's right. But if you don't, and you want to give yourself context, and you want, because now the internet's going crazy. Oh my gosh, I got such more of appreciation for Ultron, and we off this fresh ass binge, like
we're just
all this shit makes so much sense.
Everything makes sense, but yeah,
it makes so much sense.
If you, I mean, number one, I would suggest honestly watching all of it in timeline order. If you don't have time to do that or don't want to do that, do what Dee said.
Yes,
watch 4. Ultron, Civil War,
Infinity War, and
Endgame. All of the Avengers, at least.
All of the Avengers, at least. Or it's not all of them, but so Ultron is where Wanda and her brother Pietro get introduced into this whole world. Wanda's character is, now that we know after episode 8, she's the Scarlet Witch. This whole time it's just like Wanda, but her actual character, like her superhero character, is
the Scarlet Witch. Which makes so much
sense. She's like, if not, she's one of the strongest Avengers.
She went up against Thanos.
Yeah,
with
we're forgetting
the
that.
Infinity Stones.
He had all 6.
Because I'm big into the like who could actually defeat Thanos debate. Remember, I was like talking about Dormammu, which is a callback to freaking Doctor Strange. Yeah, I was about to say Doctor Who. Doctor Strange. Because
it's tough.
So I think that Wanda. Whoa,
excuse me. I just ate chilaquiles.
You be doing. Wait, can I tell you something? Just real time out before.
Gosh.
It was my first. I just started work this week, and I work from home on. What you doing that for?
Oof, that burp took me out a little bit. I was like, whoa.
I work from home on Zoom, and it was like my first meeting since coming back. I got all ready, like tried to look a little bit cute, and I got my setup in Seven's room. Had her crib in the background and everything. I set Seven down in the crib. got onto Zoom. And Deez went in to get 7. But before this, I got on, said hey to everybody, everything. My mic was on. Deez came into 7's room, burped so loud.
Oh, did I?
He did. And got the baby. It was just in the background, like, with the baby, holding the baby and stuff.
It's weird because it's been a while since you've been to work. And, like, pre-7's birth, when you would do these Zoom calls, a lot of time you'd be muted and...
Yeah.
Camera wouldn't be on.
Yeah, but I wasn't muted. My camera wasn't on. My camera was on. And he was just, and I didn't even I just sped right through it. I was like, you know what? It is what it is.
Yeah, hey guys.
Hey guys, welcome back.
Excuse me.
These burps, he be burping.
Anywho.
WandaVision
episode 8. She's a Scarlet Witch. Oh, okay. You were saying... I feel like Dormammu could take on Thanos.
Okay, yes, but...
Strip Thanos of all 6 of his stones.
Dormammu.
Dormammu's taking them.
Yeah, for sure. But I was saying that Wanda kind of took down... Like, debatably...
Not kinda.
Yeah.
She held bro off.
She held Thanos off with a bunch of Infinity Stones.
He had all 6.
No, because he didn't have vision.
He had all... This is true. Damn, he just had that time stone. He just got that time stone. Which is what allowed him to do that.
Yeah. But that was the only thing. But he had what?
He had 5. He had 5 to 6. He just needed the Mind Stone.
He just needed the Mind Stone. So he had almost all the what's it called? Infinity Stones. Mm-hmm. And Wanda held him off. And if he didn't have the time stone, she would have won.
Because she ruined the Mind Stone. She ended up killing Vision. And while holding Thanos off, mind you, she killed Vision and held Thanos off at the same time.
She could defeat Thanos one-handed.
She could. And honestly, I was telling you this. I think she may be the anchor to this next phase of Marvel because she's so fucking powerful. And now that we actually have her like full origin story within WandaVision, and you understand who she is, and I was like, oh, she's not just Wanda, wife of Vision, sister of what Pietro. What's Pietro? But Pietro's not even Quicksilver yet, is he?
What?
He's not deemed Quicksilver yet. Like, she's being deemed the Scarlet Witch now.
Oh,
I don't think he was ever deemed Quicksilver yet. Was he? I don't know. But
I don't know. Good question. That opens up a whole other portal of what could happen.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. But I think so. I think that just like
fucked you up,
fucked me up. Yeah.
But it was almost like she was figuring out her powers in Infinity War.
Yeah.
Because mind you,
because she didn't even know she was a witch when she was a kid.
She didn't.
From what we're seeing, she didn't know she had powers until she really didn't think she had powers, and then
until just now, really.
Yeah, but then she went with Hydra. She was the experiment, and that kind of opened her eyes to the fact that she had powers. I think she believed that the Hydra experiment gave her powers, exactly. But really she survived the Hydra experiment because she had powers.
Exactly. And
they just probably elevated them.
No, definitely. Because she actually, I think what's the word? What do sponges do? She soaked up. She soaked up everything that did. She is a fucking walking Infinity Stone. She was able to
get this,
Pete.
So all of the Infinity Stone. Okay, so WandaVision takes place a couple weeks after Endgame.
3 weeks after Endgame.
All of the Infinity Stones are destroyed.
Back. No. They're returned back where they were.
Remember, is that what happened?
Remember, Infinity War, he ended up ruining all the stones. Endgame is important because they had to go back in time,
have to go back to
get them from the original places, and then they had to be promised that they would return them back to where they're at.
So, whoa.
Never thought I'd be nerding out like this about this.
It's so trippy.
These hands. When I have these hands, I mean business.
Yeah, he does mean business when he sometimes you be on it like you're playing a damn piano or something.
It's my organ hands.
Literally.
Dun, 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 dun.
Okay, whoa. Okay, so that opens up a whole other thing. So I'm wondering when she created. So we find out that Wanda created the hex. I mean, we knew this all along.
But we found out
Not
how.
all along, but we found out how.
Give them a full recap. Give them just briefly brief them through. I mean,
okay.
If they're watching this, they probably watched it at this point.
They probably watched it, but we'll say that, Wanda went to go see Vision's body at S.W.O.R.D. and it messed her up because they were like experimenting on it. They were taking it apart, which is like terrible to think of, like the love of your life being just like experimented on after they die. That's like super fucked up.
But what we gotta remember is Vision is not a person. Vision is, what was Tony Stark's robot's name?
No, Vision isn't a person. Jarvis.
Vision is he's a version of Jarvis.
Yeah.
That was made physically to defeat Ultron.
Yeah.
Continue. And he's made out of vibranium.
We
all know how
which is
important vibranium is in this
Wakanda
universe.
forever. Yes.
$3 billion worth of vibranium is what Vision's made out of.
Yeah. That's crazy. But anyway, so then Wanda, leaves. She gets really pissed, obviously. I mean, who wouldn't? Mm-hmm. She leaves, finds a note in her car with a map on it. This is presumably from Vision, right? Mm-hmm. And she goes to where the map leads her, and it's like an empty lot for like a house. And on the letter, it reads like, what does it say? Like
for us to grow old in.
For us to grow old in, yeah. And it has a little heart, which is very prevalent in WandaVision, if you've been paying attention. The heart on the calendar.
Episode 1.
Yes, and then I forget what episode they had a heart in the calendar, like in the intro. But
this one. Or not this one.
No, the last
7.
one. Yeah.
Episode 7.
Wow, that is really smoking.
Tiz, you want to put it out?
No, it's cool. I like the vibes, but whoo, it's there. Anyways, after she's at this lot, she gets so sad and angry, obviously, after reading the note from the love of her life that he was going to build her a house there. They were going to build a house there or whatever. That she literally like spontaneously combusts almost and creates this, the hex out of nothing, out of just her.
What did it really? I think it came from. I can't remember. I feel like I read it somewhere.
But
where it came from, but it was just like all her anger built up.
It was all her anger built up.
And it was really like, okay, so like brief recap.
But wait, let me say the most important thing about her creating this hex, though, to me, the way I'm seeing it, is that she created a vision. Yeah. Which
that's the most important part of it.
Is the most important part because the Infinity Stone is the way Vision runs, right? Mm-hmm. So where the Mind Stone is the way Vision runs. So I'm wondering if she created that Mind Stone or she brought it back somehow. Either way, that's incredibly powerful.
My theory is she has that Mind Stone in her that can't be taken away from her. So they can tear this hex down. She can go and make another one and have a whole other vision all over again. Right. Based off that pain that she has. You know what I'm saying? So this whole world that she's built, WandaVision itself, is purely all her trauma. Because you gotta think, from the explosion that happened in her hometown with her parents.
Yeah.
And the way they tie all this in is just so... It's Chef's great. Kiss, bro. Like Wanda's Vision, it's a TV show. It's based around TV shows. Then they tied in her whole origin story is, so we already knew that her parents died in the thing. We knew that her brother died, XYZ, right? But that's how they learned how to speak English, was watching TV. So that's a pastime. Her parents die right there with her watching TV. Then they give us the full breakdown of that whole story that we've heard before with her brother and her. There's a television still on there. You get what I'm saying? So it's like it's time periods throughout all of that with television. Her and Vision are living together.
It's like every
she's
moment
watching TV.
she has she just like every like sad moment in her life, she like goes to the TV to like escape it.
Exactly, which is why she built this whole world the way it's built.
Yeah.
Because these are literally all her traumas. Like the themes of like all the television shows are all her traumas manifesting.
Wow.
Which is wild. And then excuse me. The way I see it is like
burp number 4. 5.
Because
you know more than I do.
The way that she built, like when she combusted and like made Vision, it wasn't like
purposeful.
Not even that. I mean, I feel like it was. I don't think it was purposeful either. But it was just I don't think she fully understood her powers.
No.
And that's what Agatha. That's why Agatha's so important, because she's really like, nah, dog. And mind you, she's old as shit. She's from 1863.
Man, we gotta talk to Kev. We gotta talk to Kev about this shit. Kev and Joshy also.
What?
Just a sidebar, because they always used to talk about it, and I'd be like, it would go over my head. But now I just want to know their input on Marvel.
Oh, just talk about Marvel?
Yeah.
Oh yeah, yeah. I've seen Kev tweeting too. I'm like, man, nigga, yeah, that shit crazy. That shit crazy. It's Agatha.
Yeah.
But Agatha is, and you know it's wild. I read this in a comic book. Not a comic book, but I read it in like one of the sites that I'll be looking on after we watch these. Because I'll be like, all right, I need answers. But in the comic book world, Agatha is the one who, and correct me if I'm wrong out there, to the super Marvel fans, she's really the one who like trained.
Yeah.
Wanda / Scarlet Witch.
I don't think that is like out of the realm of possibilities still.
What?
Her training Wanda.
No, but I think this is how they made it. So instead of having us as viewers watch,
yeah,
I don't think it'll happen now, because we're far past that now. Because now it's like, all right, the teacher has become, or the student has become the teacher moment has already happened. But it's more like Agatha has a background in this type of stuff. She knows what Wanda is. She's able to point out everything that she's doing. She's like, wow, so you're able to take over people's minds and this, and like that point where she turned the beetle into a bird.
Yeah.
And she was really just walking through everything that Wanda was doing. And that's new. It was news to Wanda then, because she's like,
I'm a
what are you
witch.
Talking about?
Like she she had powers, but she's like,
what? She's a folklore.
Yeah.
She said at the end, she's like, you're something, you're a mythical being, like you're not supposed to be.
Yeah.
What is this?
Yeah.
Wanda don't even know that she's that.
Yeah.
So I think instead of like having the whole teacher student thing, I think that was just the point that they pinned in on. It was just like, Agatha knows about all this stuff.
Yeah.
She wants it. She wants to have what she has. And now they about to battle.
This really makes me want to read comics too. Like to read the comic books, even though it would be just like, jeez, I don't even know how to like get some of them.
Where would you start?
Yeah, where would you start?
Because then you need
I mean, we could look up where
so many fucking comic books, because they be like, yeah, as mentioned in comic number 10,883, this is where.
No, there's no way. There's no way that like me at this point right now. Jesus, this is smoky.
Yeah, this is this chunky one.
Yeah, it's like fat too. I forget like the way the incense going means certain things, but I don't know what that means. I forget.
It's smoky in here, man.
It's smoky. Anyways, what were we saying about Wanda? What about Wanda?
What was I saying about Wanda?
Okay, yeah. Anyways, we've gotten, what time is it? 23 minutes.
Yeah, we're good.
Okay.
Yeah, we're fumbling over our words.
We're in deep at this point, if you can't tell. This is like where quarantine has taken us, thankfully.
Yeah, tap in if you want your recaps. Well, you will recap your, but obviously if you've seen it, then you've seen it and you know what's up. But
yes,
we watch this shit like 3 times.
We watch it and we read all the blogs and we watch it. We watch it not only once, exactly like Dee said. We watch
that
it
shit like 3 times.
At least 3 times. Every episode, honestly.
Every episode. And this episode was, I just feel like we got what we needed.
Yeah, we did.
It's almost just like, okay, I can wait 5 days, but also I can't. But this last episode was 45 minutes long, and it literally gives you everything. It answers everything.
I just am so sad for once the next episode is over and then we have to wait for the next thing to come out.
No, the movie comes out the week after this next episode comes out.
What movie?
The Winter Soldier. Winter Soldier comes out.
Wait, is that a movie or a show?
That's a movie. It comes out like a week after the last WandaVision show. I told you, I think the last one comes out on the 5th. And then I think Winter Soldier comes out like on the 14th.
This man pulled out his calendar. I thought you were going to have it programmed in your calendar for a second. Like, when does Winter Soldier... Like, I thought the calendar was going to say, like, Winter Soldier release.
No, wait.
I thought Winter Soldier was
Falcon and the Winter Soldier is a television series.
Yeah, it was like, it's a television
I thought it was a movie.
I thought it came out in a couple weeks after that.
So...
It comes out
2 weeks after.
Okay, no. It comes out.
Last episode of WandaVision comes out the 5th. Winter Soldier starts the 19th. So we're going to have to wait 2 weeks after. But it's like, all right.
Not too bad, yeah.
But still, that's going to be a whole week of nothing.
I know.
We'll just rewatch. And you know what? I mean, hey, we'll just rewatch WandaVision. Rewatch everything we need to prepare for.
Probably Ultron, too. I think I need to rewatch Ultron because... I kind of didn't like Ultron the first time I watched it.
And I was telling her that I was like, Ultron is the reason why we decided to do what we did.
Yeah, no, that's true. Ultron is the reason why we decided to do what we did, but I still didn't love Ultron. I did at the time of watching it. Not that I knew that it was important. This is the thing though. Just because I didn't love the movie, objectively, doesn't mean I don't appreciate them still, because I didn't like the first Thor. I didn't like that movie. But I understand that we need that movie in there.
You didn't like Thor?
I did not like the first Thor.
Yeah.
But loved Thor Ragnarok.
Ragnarok was lit. Which
takes me to our next segment, also Marvel related. I want to talk about...
It's another Marvel episode, guys.
It's another Marvel episode.
We're not shying away from it.
No, I'm sure more will come eventually. We haven't even talked about 7 this whole episode.
We haven't. 2 weeks?
That's crazy.
2 weeks? We gotta wait until Falcon and the Winter Soldier?
That's how you know we're super Marvel.
Because now we done caught up, and now it's just like, oh shit, now we have to wait until everything. This
is 2 weeks.
This is like when we went on the Game of Thrones binge.
But fuck Game of Thrones.
For me, at least, because I was just like, gotta get it. But at that point, they were in the final season, and hey.
Yeah, no, but we watched it
within 2 months, bro.
Yeah, Game of Thrones was a adventure. That was probably
the most unhealthiest binge ever.
Yeah, I would say,
emotionally.
I thought that MCU was going to be the craziest binge that we ever went on, but now that I think about Game of Thrones, I think Game of Thrones might have been crazier.
What? Definitely. But MCU's
more fun.
MCU holds more value because... I don't want to say that. MCU is just a little more interesting because they're going to keep building off of it. It's not like it ends tomorrow or, we could have an ending in sight right now.
Well, I don't appreciate Game of Thrones at all, so... Because of
2 seasons?
Yeah, I mean, not even because of 2 seasons, because the final episode was so doggone trash.
But that's what I'm saying. The last 2 seasons weren't up to par.
No, they weren't. But the last episode was exceptionally trash. It was actually a bad episode of TV. Bad. And Game of Thrones was really great television. It was really great television. It set a new standard for TV, quite honestly.
Niggas get tired,
It was terrible. It was terrible.
They got tired.
They got tired and they just sped right through it, and it was a disservice to every single fan of Game of Thrones.
Yeah, they didn't end well. But
no. Anyways.
It was a great series though.
And I have full confidence that Marvel would never do that to us.
I don't trust them anyway.
You don't trust Marvel?
I'm saying I don't trust nobody, so I feel it. Listen.
You don't trust nobody.
It's gonna happen.
Damn, that got dark.
Did it?
Talking about I don't trust nobody, so we'll see what happens.
I don't trust them niggas.
Okay, but leading to, we were talking about Thor. I wanted to know what your favorite two, because if we talk about 5, we'll just talk about it for ever and ever and ever. What your favorite 2 Marvel MCU movies were. They're very dry.
The movies?
Yeah, and not in order of like importance, or not because of their importance, but just because of like just your affinity for them. Yeah.
First one would probably be, which Iron Man was he in the cave with? That was the first one. That was the very first one.
That was the first one.
That first Iron Man was tight.
That was my.
And I just saw that 13 years after it came out for the first time.
That's
the first time. I just saw it like 3 weeks ago, whenever we started the binge or whatever.
Wow.
And I mean, the contrast between the CGI and the GFX and everything is like, the difference is wild seeing that, because that wasn't that long ago. But it's almost like looking at a video game from 8-10 years ago. Like 10 years ago, it was like, damn, this is lit. But now you're looking at it like, graphics kind of trash.
Yeah.
But the storyline was beautiful.
Iron Man's graphics aren't like the original.
They never were
Iron
trash.
Man wasn't trash.
Yeah, I'm not saying they were trash. I'm just like, we're moving at such a rapid pace now.
Yeah,
it's just like the CGI and the graphics, and like, I don't even know when shit started turning into CGI. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? Like, I feel like I'm just now.
You know what graphics were
that.
trash?
What?
Only because of this. Only because of skinny Captain America was Captain America.
That was borderline scary, honestly.
Skinny Captain America is terrifying.
That may be the beginning of
never
CGI.
Done that. I don't think it was.
But it was necessary. It was necessary, but it was like...
But like, damn, they could have done it in a different way.
You know what else they did like that, though? Benjamin Button was like that. That's why. Skinny Captain America reminded me of Benjamin Button.
And see if the CGI is like scary.
I think it's like the same, because watching that Captain America, I was like, this is giving me mad Benjamin Button vibes. But I'm like, but why does he look like this? Like,
Benjamin Button was born an old man.
And reversed.
Yeah.
But to get back to your question, probably that first Iron Man, I was pretty geeked about that. That was pretty lit. I liked it. And then my second is probably Ragnarok.
Damn it, you took mine.
I know.
I told you before this podcast.
No, yeah, you tell me.
My favorite one.
We can't have the same one? What's wrong with having the same one? You asked me the question and told me your answer. You asked and told me your answer. And I was like, damn, I gotta think about that.
They are the best ones.
But I think about it, Ragnarok, and I'm sure for the same reasons you say, like, that was... I think I watched Ragnarok was like one of the first Marvel films that I like sat down and watched, because I was trying to prepare myself to watch Endgame with y'all or with you.
Yeah. And
I was trying to get in and know what the hell was going on. Still didn't really get it at that point. But Ragnarok was the first one I saw, and I was like, this isn't all like just superheroes. Pew, pew, pew. Like, it was funny because, you know, then the Hulk comes out and it's all that engagement. You're like, oh, this is supposed to be funny, like, but I didn't fully catch on and understand it until we did the whole binge and then like watched everything together. But still, even then, when I watched it again, it was like, Ragnarok is pretty lit.
Ragnarok is great.
He finds his like, it's like he finds himself all over again.
Yeah.
And then
as a person who like, I love Thor. Like I always really liked Thor, but I didn't like the first 2 movies. Yeah. At all. Like, not that I didn't appreciate them for what they were as like in the universe, but I didn't like objectively enjoy them.
What's your favorites?
Yeah, but the third, also, I'm really trying my very hardest not to say like every 2 seconds, because I hear myself saying it on the podcast so much. Like. So it's really hard for some reason.
It's like.
Anyways.
It's like.
It's like a really.
It's like this and like that and like that and like that.
It's really hard to do. It's a really bad habit. Okay. Anyways, forgot what I was saying. Ragnarok. After watching the first two Thors, Ragnarok was like such a breath of fresh air. It was so good because, quite frankly, when that came up in the timeline of us like watching it, you know, you have your favorite ones that you're looking forward to. Usually the Avengers, we were looking forward to like watching the Avengers in the timeline order. And I was not looking forward to the Thors, nor really like the first Ant-Man.
The Thors are really important. That's the crazy part.
The Thors are really important.
Thor's storyline is very important.
Ragnarok, great movie. Chef's Kiss.
Ant-Man is very, very important as well.
Ant-Man is extremely important. I just didn't enjoy the first Ant-Man.
It was really the second one that was like, all right, my nigga. But that one is mad important too because that's what leads into
the second is low-key more important. Yeah.
No, you need the first one because you need that. You need to know about Tony Stark's dad early on
or whatever his name is.
Dude ass.
Yeah. No, I mean we know about Tony Stark's dad earlier than Ant-Man, but
I meant the other who you just said. Him.
Yeah. He's pretty important just in the concept of time travel. Wow. We are nerds.
Okay, so Thor Ragnarok is your first favorite. What's your second?
No, that's not my first favorite. My first favorite is Iron Man.
Oh, the first one?
Yeah, the first one.
Damn, you picked the same exact ones I picked.
All right. Just because I'll say Iron Man is like it's such a good movie. You could not watch any of them and just watch Iron Man and it would be so good. Yeah. You feel me?
Yeah, no, definitely. So, I agree. Even like the third one, I thought after the third one it would have been like,
I mean, granted, the third one.
The third one was like it wasn't. I don't even know how to explain it. I could feel him gassing out a little bit. The third one. But it made sense though because he's about to play in all these other movies together too, so that makes sense. But honorable mention to one of my favorites. Or damn, it's two, man. I really loved the way Endgame played out.
Okay, yeah.
Watching Endgame again after seeing the whole universe was like, it was nigga. How else were they gonna do that? Too. And even Infinity War. And those, honestly, they could have put both of those in one movie, and I would have sat there and watched it 5 hours.
It's 6
hours. Would have straight watched it
for real
because. It's damn near just like those two are like part one, part two.
Yeah, it is.
That's all it is. It's part one, part two. Yeah. It's like, all right, boom, boom. But yeah, honorable mention is those two. I put both of those because those are
for sure.
The journey they go on. Everybody goes on for those. Is just crazy, and everybody's there.
It's so good.
Everybody's there.
It's least favorite. So good.
Least favorite is probably Civil War.
Really?
Nah, I like Civil War actually. It's hard to find a least favorite.
My least favorite is the first Thor because I did not enjoy Natalie Portman's performance. Not only because it wasn't only because of her, but I did not like the first Thor.
I don't even remember what happened in the first Thor.
It was that? I kind of forget. I should probably watch it again, but.
Which one did his sister come back in? That was the second one.
That was the second. Or the third.
No, that was the second.
Are you sure? That wasn't the third? I think it was the third.
That was the third, actually.
Yeah.
Yeah, because he brought Hulk to help him fight her.
Yeah.
What was the second one? The second one was against Loki.
Yeah, the second one was Loki.
And then that led up to the first Avengers.
And
Serena got a soft spot for Loki. I don't fuck with that nigga, bro.
No, I don't have a soft spot.
Weird, bro. I don't fuck with bro, man.
I just think that Loki is like, I don't think he's like as evil as some of these guys out here. You know what I'm saying? Like, somebody done good things too.
So somebody that just cheat a little bit is not as bad as somebody that cheat a lot of bit.
What?
I don't know. I'm trying to compare it in other terms. Like if you if you cheat a little bit, are you not as bad as the person that cheat a lot of bit?
I mean, they're both objectively bad, but no, I don't think so.
Loki's still evil, my nigga.
I just
don't trust that nigga, bro. If you gonna turn on your family,
no,
you gonna turn on your blood. That's why I'm glad Thor left his ass on the.
Well, that's not his blood. Let's not forget.
He's adopted, huh?
Yeah.
But it's like Thor, even seeing through his evilness, Thor was still reaching out like, bro, like we are brothers no matter what. It doesn't even matter.
And maybe that's why I kind of have a soft spot for Loki, like you're saying, is because in Ragnarok you could tell he kind of does.
Yeah, I don't trust him.
Like he helped him, but that's exactly what it's supposed to be. You're not supposed to trust Loki.
I don't trust him.
But Loki, high-key sacrificed himself for Thor. Remember?
Did he though?
Yeah. He did
die. Because in my mind, I play that back and I'm like, did he even really die? I still question, like, did he even really die? In another timeline, he exists. Because not even because of that though. Just because he's never who he is. Like, you know what I'm saying?
No,
that's his thing. His thing. So I'm like, was he even really there?
Well, I do know that Loki is like coming back, but it's like he exists in another timeline via the Tesseract, I think.
Yeah, that makes sense.
Because of the Tesseract.
Because they went back and then he ended up disappearing and now it's like, fuck, they never got to take him back without the Tesseract.
Yeah, exactly. But,
damn, bro.
Like, he did sacrifice himself for Thor. Like, you can't take that away from him.
No, he did.
He did that.
Still don't like, bro.
Fair. That's cool.
Fair enough.
But the first one, I forget what was happening with the first one. All I remember was some big blob thing came and tried to take over a town.
Yeah, I don't even remember.
And I mean, I feel like it was more so like an introduction to like, I mean, something bad was happening, of course, something has to happen, but it was like you understood all of Thor, like, so gosh, if I say like one more time, please.
Yeah, I'm gonna lose my shit.
Are you? No, you're not. It's more so me. Because I know I say it all the time. Anywho.
What were you saying about Thor?
About Thor, the first Thor, was that you have to understand Thor's world. You have to understand Asgard.
Exactly.
Because that's really important. Because you have to understand, what's his name? Idris Elba.
Mm-hmm. You have to understand his role.
He's super important in the upcoming movies. Really,
yeah.
He's super important in Doctor Strange.
Super important in, I'm like Doctor Strange. What, Infinity War?
Yeah, I think so.
The third Thor, I think he was important.
Definitely a couple of Ragnarok. He was super important. Super important. Definitely, at least one of the Avengers, he was really important in.
No, all of them was.
All of them.
Well, the ones that he played in.
Well, he wasn't alive by the. So many spoilers.
He died in Infinity War.
Infinity War, yeah.
Very top of Infinity War. Yes. As they get away from Thor Ragnarok.
He sacrificed himself.
No, he did. But he did it to send the Hulk.
Yeah, he did it to send Hulk.
So Hulk could go get them guys.
He knew Hulk was needed on Earth.
And they could pull up.
The fact that Hulk was on Asgard is hilarious to me. Like,
it's crazy, but it's so like. That's why this shit is so beautiful. Now I fully understand it. I remember sitting in the theater watching Endgame with you and niggas was crying. And I was
I remember that too. And we were just like,
can we go home? I was like, can we go? Why is everybody still sitting here? Not knowing about the end credit joint. But there was no end credit.
You didn't know about the end credit?
No, I mean, like, I knew about it, but it was like, not until you're there. Whatever. And I'm like, okay, there's more. Like, not until the lights come on, I realize people are still in here. And it's like, that's happened with multiple movies, but like, I didn't put two and two together. Like, this is a Marvel thing.
Yeah, it's
just like Stan making a cameo in every movie. Like, that's a Marvel thing. Don't leave.
You were kind of a Marvel baby, huh?
Don't talk to me like that.
I mean, now you're a full-grown master's degree.
Fix your tone. I don't even think so.
I know.
I feel like
maybe bachelor's degree. Maybe bachelor's degree.
Maybe an associate's, nigga. But because I feel like there's so many Easter eggs. Because like even now, like even figuring out. Because bro, you gotta think about it. Like phase 1 was just like a blur. Bro. So like we lose. Iron Man and we lose Captain America after Phase 1. And we also lose Black Widow.
Yeah.
Did we lose Black Widow?
Yeah.
But it's weird though because we're about to get her origin story in May. We're about to get her origin story in May.
But it's all out of order.
It's all out of order though. But man, I swear, if this second phase, if somehow like they dropping movies that has to go back and it goes in between the other phases timeline orders, I'm gonna lose my shit because that's a lot.
It's gonna happen.
You have to keep bouncing back and like But maybe she didn't really.
She died.
She died.
But I mean, who knows? Like I feel you though because like it could be like another. Jesus, I keep hearing it. Jesus Cristo.
Could be like
save us, please. Huh?
I just repeated what you said.
It could be another timeline or something that she was alive in, but I don't think so.
Cause yeah, how are they gonna?
Because I don't remember her having like any anything to do with any of the stones personally.
Nah.
So it's just gonna be her origin.
It may just be her origin, yeah. Because they even kept mentioning like, I can't remember who mentioned it to her, but like somebody mentioned something about her past a couple of times, and like I saw the trailer. We saw the trailer, didn't you? Did we watch the trailer? I don't think I watched the trailer. I think I watched it by myself up here one night. Yeah. But like I saw the trailer to Black Widow, and it's pretty much her going back to her hometown.
Does it look good?
It looks fire. Okay, good. Like especially like getting a little bit of that, and then like watching the movies, and then so the point I'm making is like somebody mentions like about her dark past. Mm-hmm. Like she has a dark past, like
because she's done something. I remember she was in Iron Man 2 and 3, I think.
Yeah, she showed up pretty early.
Yeah.
But it was like, who is this? But
I was like, that's Black Widow.
So that's really that's what her origin story is about. She was getting trained by her parents, and so we gotta watch the trailer after this. But like, she was getting trained by somebody, and then she got to killing shit.
Yeah, because you remember she had something to do with Iron Man 2's villain.
It's so much, man. Who was Iron 2?
I forget his name.
Iron Man 2 was it his
remember
right-hand
man? He had the like.
Was it the white dude that was his right hand man at one point? Or no, that was the first one.
No, that was the first one. The second one was the like octopus dude. He had the remember.
Dude ass who Tony's dad sent his dad because he was stealing shit from Tony.
Yeah.
Not from Tony, but from Howard.
Yeah.
Sent his dad back, and now the octopus nigga is his son. He's not the. What's his name again?
I forget his name.
Okay, that was the second one. Iron Man 2 was pretty lit.
I think, yeah, it was. But I think, if I'm not mistaken, Black Widow, yeah, he came on the racetrack. If I'm not mistaken, Black Widow has something to do with that guy.
Okay. I'll wait for it.
She definitely has something to do with, like, somebody in Russia that was, like, Tony's.
That was something. She was in Russia.
Yeah, that was, like, Tony's nemesis, or like Stark's, everybody hated Mr. Stark, so
dang. Yeah, we gotta watch that trailer because that's supposed to come out
at least in the comic books. That's what I've heard, like read from the.
Oh yeah, they'll make it make sense. It may not be verbatim
exactly,
from the comic book,
but like they'll make it make sense.
Yeah, because I mean, like with Agatha and Wanda, it's like they did it. They made it make sense.
But we'll see though, because this is the reason. Sorry, back to WandaVision, and we probably have to wrap it up soon because we gotta get our baby. Back to WandaVision. Mm-hmm. I think that Agatha could still train Wanda, even if it's through like bad intentions. You know what I'm saying? Like, I think she still has the ability, like within some type of, I don't know, within this new timeline that we're in, to train Wanda somehow.
Is it even a new timeline though? Really?
No, it's not a new. You know what I mean?
No. I know what you mean because I've been saying the same thing, but I'm just thinking about it as you say that. But I'm like, nigga, we're still
here,
relaying messages from or like having memories.
It's the universe. Like, it's all connected. So, but you know what I mean? The new like. But I think she could because Wanda doesn't know anything really. besides, like, she just does what she feels. She wasn't, like, trained. She's not, like, a trained witch. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, I feel you.
So,
but this battle may...
Like, even these, where she's taking her back in time and stuff, it could be the start of her, like, kind of training. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
That's just my theory.
I guess, huh? Because, like, I guess you do have those points where villains start as villains and then they end up...
Yeah.
On your side. But I don't see
Agatha being on her side, but I think that, you know, Wanda might be smart enough to, like, pick some stuff up from her.
Yeah, they'd have to be able to coexist and be a unit a little bit for that to happen. Yeah,
I guess, but I don't think Agatha has any intention of, like, this is my interpretation and my theory. I don't think Agatha has any interpretation of destroying Wanda. I think she wants what Wanda has.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
But for why? So now
for evil,
to the Nexus, not 100% sure what that is. If you're a Super Marvel geekhead, please explain. Please comment this because I read something about the Nexus and how important the Nexus is. So if you remember that Nexus commercial that was in there, all the commercials that Chef's Kiss. Every single commercial is telling you something about something.
I'm trying to understand the Nexus a little bit more.
So the Nexus, they really just talked about it in this first leg. So I really feel like it's going to play a lot more into this second phase of Marvel.
Yeah.
But the Nexus is supposed to, it was something with, like, it has a gatekeeper and it's supposed to be something that allows them to travel between the spaces. Right? What I had read was one theory that I read
between the spaces, like between
universes,
planets?
like different planets, like universes and planets. Yeah.
Okay.
But so not 100% sure what it is though.
Similar to what Idris Elba was doing?
I think so.
Okay.
Yes, because there's a gatekeeper to
was he like
each
a gatekeeper
Nexus.
Of the Nexus?
Exactly.
Maybe?
Yeah.
Okay.
But so the whole thing is, the theory that I read was that Agatha got to Westview before Wanda got there, and we want to assume that she killed off the gatekeeper. Hence why the rabbit is the rabbit. The rabbit is supposed to be the gatekeeper. From this theory that I read, the rabbit is, we want to assume that the rabbit is the gatekeeper.
Okay.
But the Nexus portion of it is going to play big into this whole second phase of it.
Okay.
Hence why we're going to get another Doctor Strange. We're going to get another Ant-Man in next year. And then we're going to get more Thor.
I'm excited for Doctor Strange.
Thor is
love
really prevalent.
Doctor Strange.
Love Doctor Strange. I was like, why is there only one of these?
Wait. She's hungry. Let's wrap it up.
Okay, but please, we don't know everything. If you have gems, an article or something about this Nexus vibe and what's really happening, let me know. But I'll wrap it up here, or I'll give my theory on what Agatha is doing, and then I'll wrap it up. I feel like Agatha can either, like you said, she can train Wanda, but it's either gonna happen in like the form of a battle, and Wanda learns off that, or blow it up. It'll be bigger. We'll see Agatha and Wanda again, and they'll have some type of battle along the lines in somebody else's movie, or maybe Wanda gets a movie later down the line or something like that. But
maybe.
Yeah, that's that. I don't know. Who knows?
Anyways, I hear my baby screaming.
Excitement. The baby is screaming. Welcome. Thank you to another episode of We Don't Care the Podcast, episode 24, man. We appreciate you. If you've watched this far, we love you. We thank you. Go ahead and like, share, subscribe. Hit that notification button. If you're listening on the podcast, you can leave. You can go.
I gotta leave.
Rate and review us. We appreciate you. Peace.